Today's material explores the complex mechanics of DNA replication, specifically focusing on the polymerase proofreading process that results in an astonishingly low mutation rate of 1 error per 10 billion nucleotides. So, a key theme running through this material seems to be the sheer mechanical precision of biology, specifically how polymerases delete incorrect bases.
Yeah, right off the bat, the structural pacing of the error correction explanation diminishes the impact of the incredibly low mutation rate.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, the weakness is that the revelation about the 1 in 10 billion error rate,
Right.
and the high stakes of accidentally swapping an A for G, they're just buried at the very end of the text. It makes this crucial biological triumph feel like, I don't know, an afterthought?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, when I read that 1 in 10 billion statistic, it genuinely blew my mind. But it was hiding on the last page.
Exactly. So my suggestion here is to reorganize the narrative to tease this low mutation rate early as a central narrative hook. You want to build suspense throughout the highly complex replication steps.
Oh, I see. So instead of a textbook explanation, it becomes a bit of a thriller.
Yeah, exactly. For a concrete example, the author could introduce the detail about the millions of meters of DNA at the very beginning to establish a high-stakes premise.
Right.
By doing that, it frames the entire replication process, especially that really clunky lagging strand, as a desperate race against catastrophic typos.
I can see what you're going for here. Let's see how we can strengthen this. If we move the stakes up front, we need the explanation of the polymerase to feel like a high-speed, real-time factory QA process rather than a passive event.
Building on that point, what if we looked at it from the perspective of human scale? The mechanical description of the proofreading function lacks a relatable sense of physical scale and speed.
Yeah, because right now, reading that it just removes a wrong base sounds kind of slow, like a leisurely stroll.
Right. That's the main weakness in this section. Simply stating that polymerase removes incorrect nucleotides when it discovers a wrong base, it completely fails to capture the dynamic, real-time speed of this continuous editing process.
So how do we make that biological reality actually palpable for the reader?
My suggestion is to integrate an active human-scale analogy that emphasizes the immediacy and efficiency of this biological correction.
Okay, like what?
Well, as a concrete example, we could expand on the existing 10,000-page book comparison. Describe the polymerase as a hyperspeed typist possessing a magical backspace key.
Oh, wow, I like that visual.
Yeah, and this backspace key instantly detects and deletes a typo the exact millisecond it is typed. It prevents the error from ever, settling on the page.
That paints such a vivid picture. You go from a dry chemical reaction to a frantic but flawless editor. But wait, is there a risk that focusing solely on a typist analogy might, overlook the chemical constraints? Like synthesizing in short bursts with those Okazaki fragments?
That's a fair point. But as long as the typist concept serves to amplify the sheer speed of the science, rather than replacing the chemistry entirely, it works perfectly. It makes that 1 in 10 billion statistic feel earned.
Absolutely. It's all about making it tangible. So, to recap the actionable takeaways, you want to elevate the 1 in 10 billion statistic to the start of the piece to drive narrative tension.
Right, and amplify the polymerase description with those active, high-speed typist analogies.
Exactly. We warmly invite you to implement these structural changes and submit the revised material back in for another critique.